Hello guys, welcome to Easy Tech. Today guys, a customer bring this MP to me today for repair. He said he has a charging issue, in which also I confirm and I say that it's not charging. But first of all, there are some cases that customer will bring such a thing to you whereby it will be in dead condition. So I try to on it to confirm that
Bluetooth mode.
It's working and there is no other condition with it. So in this case, this means that we have only charging issue. So also, whenever you receive this job from the customers, sometimes they may have used the battery finish and there will be no enough power on it, so it will be in a dead condition. So let the customer know that you don't know what happened to it. It can be any issue and you need to test it and make a clarification. All right, so for this condition I have on it, so
Bluetooth mode.
the MP is working perfectly and just only charging issue. So I try to plug in the charger to the charger port. It's not charging, no indication, no indicator light. Let me try to show you guys. All right, okay, let me try to put. Okay, you see there is no indicator light, so this means that it's not charging. All right, so now let me try to disassemble it. Let me try to disassemble it. Okay, alright, let me try to unscrew the bolts. I'll try to disassemble it step by step. All right, okay, all right, let me try to open this place. Okay, let me see. Okay, Disassemble it gently. Alright. Some engineers find this disassembling of MP very difficult, but very simple. Let me try to remove all these screws. Alright. Okay, now we have disassembled it, so let's try to bring out the charger port. Let's try to bring out the charger port. Okay, okay, to bring out the charger ports, I have to remove these two bolts so that I can bring out this panel. Okay, now I can push out gently. Okay, this place. Push out gently. Okay, so now the first thing when you want to work on the MP, first you must understand this wire so that when you want to couple it back, you won't make a mistake. You must differentiate the battery connector, the speaker connector, and the antenna connector. So this is the antenna connector. This is the antenna connector. So let me check for the speaker and battery. So you can see for here, this positive and negative is for battery, while this yellow and white is from speaker. So now look on the board, look on the panel. You can see this positive and negative. This for the battery, this is for the speaker, so that when you want to couple it back, you won't make a mistake. Okay, so now actually what we want to deal with is the charge port that we want to deal with. So now what I'm going to do right now is that I will check whether the charge port is the 40 or not. So I'm going to plug in the charger. I will look whether voltage pass through this port, because sometimes it can be any IC on the board, so that I can make a clarification. So I will teach you two methods to identify this problem. So I will teach you two methods to test whether the charge port is the problem or the issue is from the board. So the first method is that you are going to use your multimeter. So let me take out my power bank. So I will plug in the power bank. Okay, let me disconnect. Let me first disconnect these wires. Okay. All right. Very good. So the board is free. So I will disconnect it. I've already disconnected now. Okay. So let me put the power bank to the charge ports. Now I've plugged in the power bank. Actually, if it's working very well, I'm supposed to get a light here. That my power bank will give me a light here that is charging, but no light. Don't panic, that's not what we want to check. So we want to check whether the voltage is passing through the charge ports. So know that this is a 5-pin charge port. One end will be a positive and another end will be negative. So now let me connect one probe to ground to check whether the voltage is coming or not. Coming. Just to see. As you can see, we did not have any voltage. No voltage is coming from here. No voltage is coming from here. So definitely the issue is around this charge port. So now we have cleared a doubt here. So the issue is around the charge ports. Okay guys, so as I said earlier, that there is another second method to check, which is that second method is a perfect one that I like most. It's the perfect one I like most. I will remove the charge port. So I will test with DC power supply. I will pass 5 volts. 5 volts is required to charge So when I pass the 5 volts to the charge port, so there must be an indicator light here. I will plug the MP battery, so it must indicate that it's charging here. All right, so that is the second method. So now let me try to remove the charge ports. So we are using that method to clarify whether it's the issue of charge port or from the board. All right, but common issue is from that charge port. Let me try to remove the charge ports. Okay. Okay. We add my paste to it. Little paste. Don't let it too much. All right. So let me try to remove it. So now I have removed the charge ports. So the second method I said I love most for checking the charge port is that I will use a DC power supply. So now let me on my DC power supply. Let me try to show you. Okay. So I will on my DC power supply. Let me remove this microscope stand. So now let me on it. Okay, my DC power supply is already in 5 volts. Let me on it. Okay, now so now let's check on this place. Okay, what happens is that for this method you have to plug your battery, because you want to know whether it's charging or not. Very easy method. Okay, so this This is my DC power supply probe. So I will try to inject the footage. You know, in 5 volts charge ports, one end will be let me use this port for ground. One end will be positive and one end will be negative. So just test. If you don't know, just put your probe to any one of each. So the one that is positive must give us a light. It's not this one. Can you see light? Can you see light? Oh, I think you can see it. Let me try to leave it up. Alright. This second end is the positive. Yes. As you can see the red light. You can see. So now it's our charge port that's a problem. No problem with the board. So guys, that's the second method in which I love most. If I use this method and I did not see the indicator lights, this means that it's either the issue from the board or from the battery. Alright. So now we are going to solve the issue on the charge ports. We have actually know where our fault is. Alright. Okay. So what happens is that, guys, I don't recommend this for the customer. For me to change another charge port for the customer, I don't recommend it. Rather, I use this method for them, which is a last option. Let me say it's a last and durable one. I will use a cord for the charge port, because if I replace it with another charge port, it will quickly damage. So I replace it with cord and I collect the higher amount from the customers, because this is a durable one. So let me try to bring out the cord. So now this is the cord. I've already cut it. I've already cut the cord. So the USB cord. And before you use the cord, make sure that you test the cord. How can you test this cord? Let me show you how you can test. You can use your power bank or your charger. Put the USB to the power bank. Alright. So make sure you triple the positive and negative. So use your multimeter. Put it to this range. Alright. Connect your probe to positive wire. Look at the multimeter. So I will connect my ground. What do you see? 5 volts. So this means that the cord is working perfect. It's working perfectly and no issue with it. So we are good to go. So what is the next step, guys? Please don't watch this video without like and subscribe to my video for more. Alright, so now I'm going to use my jumper for the support of this wire. I will use my jumper to tap from this. I will tap negative and positive. Let me show you. So this is the jumper wire. Just follow me step by step how I will be doing it. Okay, I need one for positive and one for negative. All right, one for positive, negative. So let me triple it. Let me try to triple it. Okay. Ini masih sama. Itu masih sudah pasti. Masih sama. So now let me try to solder it to the point. First, let me put a solder to this point, to the positive point, so that the connection of the jumper can be accurate. Okay. So guys, so I've sewed the positive line. All right. What happens is that I have to tell you one thing. There is one issue there. The positive line has been, the pad here have been damaged. So that's why I sewed it to this diode. So the diode work with the charging line. So I sewed it with the diode. So I have one issue here with the positive line. The pad have been removed. So that's why I sewed it to diode. So this diode, okay, maybe I should confirm it for you. I want you to learn. Let me plug my battery. So I will try to inject the voltage to that diode so that you can know that it's working with the charging line. Okay. For example, you can see. I'm going to try to zoom it more. So you can see that when I put I want you to see the light. So when I put the probe to, you can see the light. You can see. So that diode is working for charging line. So I change that positive to the diode. But if you don't have the problem I have here, you can solder it to the positive line of the charging ports. All right. I hope that place is clear. Okay. Okay, so let me pick my ground. I'm going to pick my ground here from the charging ports ground. That's what I want to pick my ground. Okay, you can pick your ground for anywhere. Yes, now it's okay. You can see this is the positive and this is the negative. So now what I'm going to do now is that I will inject footage to this place. I will still tell you the reason why I use the jumper to run it from here before the connection of the USB. You can see. So now let me inject my footage to see whether the connection of the jumper is good. Remember to plug your battery. So this negative, this positive, then this negative. You can see the light. You can see the light. So now it's working. It's working. We are good to go. So now let me tell you the reason why I use jumper to run it from the charge port to USB, because I have also stripped this place. So that's where I'm going to attach my USB, positive and negative. So the reason why is that some engineer. So alright guys, so I want to attach the USB. So I've told you the reason why. The reason why I use a jumper to pick it from the board is because there are some engineers, they will use this directly, and if they use this directly, it will easily pull off. You understand? So if I connect this directly, it will quickly damage. So that's why I use the help of the jumper. So I will attach the USB to the jumper, so it will have a free movement. So whenever they are using when they are making the utilities of the MP, so this we have a freedom, and it will last longer. All right, so now let me attach it. So this is my positive. This negative. Sorry guys, there was a mistake, so I've discharged. So I've discharged the USB. Let me show you the mistake. So first, this is supposed to come in. You have to create a point for this one to come in. So after, you are going to attach it with this jumper. So let's try to do that. So what happens is that you are going to find a convenient place to create. We are going to create a host for this USB. So we are going to find a convenient place to bring out the USB out. You understand? So I'll find a convenience, depend on the MP you are repairing. So this is a convenient place for me, whereby it will not give me an issue. So I'm going to use my soldering iron to create the point. Okay. Right. As you can see. As you can see. nǹkan tí mo sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan ti yọ eléyìí ká kọ́kọ́ ṣe. So you can see now, this is the first thing we're supposed to do before joining the jumper and the USB. Alright. So now let me connect it to see whether it's charging or not. So as you can see the indicator, so it is perfect. All right, so let's continue. So you have to protect this wire with sellotape. Where's the sellotape? Where's the tape? So let me try to protect it. Right, so that if the wire meets together, it will not spark. Okay, that's perfect. So mistake. So what happens is that, so after you have done with that, so you now look for the range. You want this wire to come out. All right, so you will try to block it here. You will look for the measurement how you want the, because if we don't try to block it in. So the wire when they are dragging this wire, it will touch this place. So now I've used my soldering iron to block the wire here. So I look for the normal range for the wire to come out. So I have seen that this is normal, so I use it to block it. So you can see if I drag it, you see it cannot move again. It can't move. You can see it can't move. So I've blocked it in so that this place can tight, so that what we did here will not have any problem. You can see. All right, so I'm trying to couple it back. So now, so the MP is complete. You can see. So let me test it to confirm whether it's charging or not. You can see now it's charging. So I hope you guys you learn from this video. So like and subscribe. Thank you guys. See you next time.